T.Q.I.AM, the Queen I Am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. T.Q.I.AM inspires, uplifts, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
How you doing? My name is Stephanie Baldon. I'm speaking of Sistahs Helping Sistahs. We have to lift one another up. Lifting one another means a lot to a lot of people. And if we don't lift each other up, and we can't sit around being so jealous of one another, scared that one's going to be better than the other. When you see a sister down, you pick a sister up. Not because don't be afraid that if I pick her up, that she's going to be more than me. Okay, because from my experience itself, I've been in nursing school, and I did 9 years of nursing school. I'm graduating here in July. Okay, and we have these young ladies out here who wants to move forward, who have these so-called friends who call it their friends that's moving forward, and this we have one that wants to know how to get forward, but these so-called friends is not telling them how. Instead of lifting them up, they pulling them down. We got to build each other up, and if we don't build each other, if we can't keep pulling them down. That's the problem with our community today and individuals today. They're so afraid that one is going to do better than the other, and we can't feel that way, or should I say, we shouldn't feel that way. Okay, Phil.
Yeah. So, that's what we want to talk about because I see the young women being selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be selfish.
Right.
You know, you'll get fired if you just help one another. You just
Mm-hmm.
don't knock a person. Well, that's her if she don't have a transportation or what have you. No, you don't do that. You help pull the sister up.
Right.
And so, and just like my, I'm not going to name names, but it's this young lady. She been in nursing school for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know she had family members
Mm-hmm.
that can pass the class,
Uh-huh.
girlfriends.
Right.
And so I don't understand why they won't share and help her because she's not going to stop until she achieve what she's trying to achieve. So I just don't understand that. You know what I mean? Help her.
Yeah, and again, when you see the young lady or young man struggling, come on, pick them up. Tell them how you did it, how you went through it. Keep encouraging them. We can't discourage them. We can't say keep discouraging people only because you done been through this or you're doing it. They want to do it. Show them how they can get through it too. Oh, the reason why I can't get to it is because I don't have a ride. Okay, I have a car. I'll take you. Okay, the reason I can't go because I don't have a clothes. Okay, then I'll help you. Okay, I don't have this. I don't have that. If I do this, this is going to happen. If I do that, encourage her. Give her some resources. Help her find resources. You know, don't sit there and say, okay, the resource is there. I'll tell you where it's at. She may not know how to go to it, and you may know how to go to that resource and how to get through it. So therefore, you take her and him and you show them how to get through it. Don't sit up there and be so afraid that again that she's going to do more than I'm going to do, or he's going to do more than I'm going to do. Let's do it. If we do things together and encourage one another, it will take us somewhere. Okay. Because right now, as me, I've been living here 5 years. And I see this community, since I've been here, the community is failing. And it's because of so much out here. It's because you got the sister young ladies out here. You have domestic violence. You have this. You have people going through so much. I'm seeing a lot of rape. We're seeing this. And you don't know who's hurting. But when you see this person smiling, if you're smiling and this person is hurting or whatever, go to them. They may not can help, but you just tell that one person, I love you. God is able. Trust them. Continue trusting them. Let's pray together. You may can't even give her no words of anything, but just having a listening ear means a lot to us today. That listening ear means a lot to us because you sit there, you're talking to this person, and you don't sit there, you told this person, I love you. I love you. And probably never heard the word love, never been shown the person love. And then the person probably if a person told them, that's that same person probably, how they say it, beating them down instead of pulling them up.
And yesterday I talked to somebody I didn't talk to in maybe a year or so. And so she thanked me for calling her because
Mm-hmm.
she was down and out. And she
Right.
was like, do you know from you calling me, you just uplifted me
Come on
and
now.
motivated me to get up and start doing the things I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, thank you. I said, God laid you on my heart and I just happened to call you,
Mm-hmm.
to see if she wanted to be a guest on the station. And so one thing led to another. We was on the phone for a whole hour.
Uh-huh.
And she said, you has motivated me
Mm-hmm.
to get up and stop being in a slump.
Come on
Because
now.
she was saying she was going through mental, physical. She
Mm-hmm.
had surgery.
Oh
And she
yeah.
said from that conversation, she
Mhm.
said she done with feeling sorry for herself.
Come on
She
now.
said she come to get her for Bible study.
Come on now.
Wednesday, she said she want to go to church Sunday.
Come
So
on now.
I'm going to call her later and see how she doing and make sure she can make it there Sunday morning and Bible study on Wednesday.
Yeah, because when I met you, Felicia, 2017, and we were both going through some things. We didn't know each other. Somebody brought me to you because I wanted to know where down here they have hairdos done, this, that, and the other. And you showed me so much. Then we separated ourselves, and it wasn't because of you. It's because of me, because of the things that I've done to you. And when we came back together, it was a blessing. I had been through some things, and you don't know what other people out here is going through. I said out here started, like I said, me dating a deacon in the church. Thought I was in love with this man. Instead of the deacon loving me back, he chose to beat me up, my kids, and rape us, and do all that other crazy stuff. But I'm still here
Yes,
in college, running things. Praise God. And so with all this I've been through, I don't just take it and hold it. I share it because that person, you have to encourage again, encourage. Don't discourage. You have to lift them up. Stop putting people down. Stop hiding from these people. Because that same person that you're hiding from, that young lady, that young man that you're hiding from, may need you that day. May need you that day. And you know what? And we call ourselves, oh, we know God, we know this, we know that. Okay. Know God. Know that God is encouraging too. We need him to continue encouraging us. He don't discourage us. He don't turn his back on us. So we can't turn our back on them. You know, when I had a young lady tell me yesterday, when I was the day before yesterday, when I was at work, she said, "Are you saved?" I said, "Yes." She said, "I'm saved too." I said, "A lot of people ask me, am I saved?" And I turn around and I ask a person, "I'm saved, but are you delivered?" There's a question, are you delivered? I'm not here in the judgment seat, you know, because I may need a little from you. You need from me. A uplift. It can be a spiritual uplift. It can be just an uplift, just an uplift. Okay. Like I was like my granddaughter. I have a grandmother of 18. My granddaughter, she went through a whole lot in school. She went through, oh, I'm just going to cut myself. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And instead of people lifting her up, they was bringing her down. And I praise God that she know who he is. So it's not just our older women, it's our young ladies, and it's our women that's going through something. And we as parents, we as adults, we as women, we have to pull our kids back together in the community, in the church. I go into some of the churches, and I'm not in the judgment seat, but I see a lot of young ladies, they come in, they mini skirts, they come in this, that, and the other. Back when I was growing up, we had the old ladies in the church to pull that lady to the side, cover them up, and don't discourage them and talk bad about them. Look, baby, it's this, that, and the other. Instead, look at that one going down the street. Look at that one. Oh, she this, she that. Come on, we got to learn to get out the right. We have to get out the judgment seat. We have to know to stay out the judgment seat. And that's where, again, uplifted. Okay, we see she don't have this. Pull her to the side, baby. Do you need? Sister, do you need? Do you need? Do you need? Brother, do you need?
Guess what? And we need a community center, something where we can get together with the young women.
Yes.
And talk to them, not in a church environment,
right?
Just in a one-on-one somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a building. You know what I mean? And I know they'll probably come, but where is it for them to go?
Okay, right. We have to have somewhere for these kids to go because we're losing our children, and we're losing our children because most of our children today have young parents. They have young parents. And so the parents, we have some of these parents, instead of wanting to be their parent, they want to be their friend. Okay, with me raising 4 children, grandchildren, and foster mother 49, I always let a child know I'm not your friend, but you can always come to me. You may not like what I tell you. Yes, you may not like what I tell you, but you take it with you. And I grew up poor. I never had 4 kids. Didn't know if I was going left or right. But see, then I grew up. I said, well, I don't want this for my kids. Now I have 2 kids, 2 sons, pastors, valedictorians, they salutatorians. You know what I'm saying? And my kids told me, I hate you. I said, okay, I did my job. So when you get out here and you see this going on out here, you got to pull these kids together. You got to break. You got some. I mean, like you said, you got to hug them, love them, feed them, and squeeze them. And some of these young ladies need to be hugged, loved, and feed and squeezed those too. And then they appreciate it whether you know it or not, because they later on they may not like you then, but they'll come to you and thank you.
We truly need the city to give us a building, a couple of buildings.
But where do we go from here? Is the question.
Exactly. And I feel so bad for Dante. It's like he's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we want to win,
Mm-hmm.
but they're wasting time on nonsense,
Right.
when they could be talking about a solution.
That's right.
Like, how you adjourn a meeting and then you come back to the meeting and you got to discuss what happened last week or the week before, because you guys just want to adjourn a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
you're tearing up the city, and the part of the city that don't need to be tore up, like or Walnut and Ferry. It wasn't nothing wrong with those streets. In the part of the city that
I think it starts from our legislature.
yeah.
It starts from our legislature. We have to get the legislature councilman, our mayor, who's not really giving a hoot. He's busy out here focusing on things that he shouldn't be focusing on. When he see our community and our city is falling.
It's falling apart.
But
you messing with streets that don't need to be fixed. Like, look at Walnut and Ferry.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. We could be rushing to go to work, and we gotta run late because a school bus has to stop to pick the kids up,
Mm-hmm.
or you either jot down another street and it's raggedy,
Mm-hmm.
and those are 2 smoothest streets in Niagara Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Tearing them up for what reason? It's other streets that need.
Then they making it out of a one way. This one, this way.
To a one way, and so a lot of people use those to get back and forth to work.
Right.
And so now with the school buses coming, you have to stop and let the school bus pick the kids up. It's a one-way street.
And
a one-lane street.
And another thing out here for us, excuse me, not to get off the subject, us lifting our sisters up, jobs. The jobs.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of young ladies who out here want to work, but they don't have the programs to put their kids in daycare. They don't have nobody out here to really to take care of their kids.
Jobs out here, get the kids the working papers, parents.
Right.
And they could start. I worked since 14.
Mm-hmm,
so
me too.
Get the kids some working papers, and all these Dollar Generals, Family Dollars, all these stores need workers. One day I went out to Walmart to pay a bill, and they told me customer service was closed. Why was customer service closed?
They had no
Only
money.
for returns, because they didn't have any work.
No staff. We're short of staffers too. So they got me running this store. Then I go to the other one to run the store. Then I come home. I go to school. Then I'm on a computer. I'm doing this class, doing this, that. But it's by grace, God, because God's grace, and God's grace is suffice. And when I turn around and I look at this going on out here in our community, and if you notice, like I said, I get out here and I feed everybody. I give them whatever, because I know when I give, God give back, because I know where I come from. And see, some of us had a tendency as women and men, as people in general, to forget where we come from. You forget what you get a little head and thinking that you did it, not knowing who really did it for you, not giving God his recognition.
And guess what? Back to jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, our kids want to work. They need something to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the other day I was riding up the street. I had to stop because it was like a herd of kids. And I'm like, hold up, do they not respect that this is a motor vehicle? And they're just, no, they don't. So we stopping because they like herd of elephants going across the street. And I'm like,
where's the parents?
Not right. It's nowhere for them to go. It's Easter break, and what are they doing?
Then you see a 12-year-old walking down the street pregnant. Then you see this one down here, they holding hands with the boys because they feel as though that's love. Okay, I'm not getting it at home. Nobody's validating me at home. And see, we have to validate our children, be it boy or girl. So when they get out here and a young lady tell this boy, oh, I can't cook for you. Oh, you look good. This, they do this, that, and the other. This boy already feel good about himself because he was validated at home. Everything comes from learns at home first, from first. Then you got this little girl. She got the little boy telling her, "Oh, you look good. Oh, these jeans, this, that, and the other." Or they are blood or a crip, and they went and brought this little girl a necklace and some jeans, and so that's my man. So they want to do this, that, and the other, and then they go home with the parents. You know, you have parents that's, oh, that's cool, that's cool. They use these little words. It's not good. Okay. You're tearing us down. You're making a community worse because you got these kids telling these kids it's okay for them to be who they are. And it's not okay. It's not okay. You know. It's not. Oh. Yeah,
So back to jobs. We need to the high schoolers, they're old enough to pick up a job. So they need to, the parents ask them if they want to go to the board and get working paper.
Don't ask them, you tell them.
Or tell them or ask them, get them active in something to make money instead of hanging out in the streets. It's not even safe to go to the bowling alley after a school concert, not a concert, but a school play.
Right.
My friend said her daughter wanted to go hang out at the bowling alley after
the Grease
play. And she said when she was out there, she paid attention to her surroundings, and she said they was being territorial about like this is our turf or what have you. It's a bowling alley.
Right.
Anybody should be able to go to a bowling alley. So she saw the trouble coming about, and she called her mother, and her mother told her, you could start walking up Niagara Falls Boulevard, and I'm coming to pick you up to get her away from the trouble. But that's a shame. You can't even go to a bowling alley.
And that's why these kids out here and they looking for love in all the wrong places, and they sitting up here. There's nothing to offer these kids. But see, as parents and as we parents tell the kids, ask the kids, do y'all want to do this? You want to do that? Instead of them tell them you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Okay, whether they like it or not. They may curse you under their breath, and that's where it should be, under their breath. And they may curse you under their breath. They may say this, they may say that, but it's okay because again, they'll thank you later for it. You know, because they're and they probably should be thanking God because they're still alive. But see, if we don't teach them, see, we have to lead by example. We have to lead by examples. That's not to say that you can be the best mother there is, the best daddy there is. That's not to say that child is going to listen. But you can, like raise a child in the way they should go, so when they always want to part from it. You did your job. That's not to say that child is not going to go to jail. That's not to say that girl's not going to get pregnant. That's not going to say that girl's not going to get an STD. They're going to know you taught them. Exactly. They know who God is.
That's why I try to grab mine when I can grab them, my grands, and bring them to whatever service I can get them.
It was always that way.
Yep, because the parents only showing them the rap songs, and
the newest sneakers.
Yeah, the newest sneakers and the newest outfits and stuff. It's not about that. It's about feeding their spirit, so they can have a chance at life.
That's right.
It's not about just day-to-day living. It's about feeding their spirit.
You have to feed the kids' spirit. Yes. You have to feed their kids' spirit. Okay, we know we got to feed their bellies. Okay. We know that they can turn the radio on, the computer on. Okay, when they turn that radio and that computer on, turn God on too. And you see, and let me tell you, these kids will be so grateful because when they start hearing about Jesus, hearing about this, you see my grandbaby. I want to know about Jesus. You got to tell them, and you'll be so surprised. You got to teach them. You don't know who's out here that's hungry for the word.
Yes, they don't know nothing about it. It's all about rap and latest gossip.
Yes, they tea about the latest tea.
That's what they call it.
It's the tea. It's the tea now. They got some tea to tell you. It ain't gossip no more. It's tea.
Oh, it's the tea.
I got some tea for you.
Wow.
Yes, it's the tea now.
You just taught me something. It's the tea.
I got some tea.
I go to my grandson, like, Jay-Z, what's the tea?
They got some tea for you, honey. They got some tea for you. Okay, so how's your grades doing? Because you can give me all the tea. How's your grades? Let's have some of that tea. And it get quiet.
The ones I've seen, pretty good.
Well, mine better. Mine better. Mine better. Punishment for the rest of their life. But
they ask for a cash app. Let me see your grade.
Oh, mine gets well. You already know mine don't cash or app, but we're not doing none. No, you already know it. They're not cashing or apping. But
So we can have a,
Mhm. Join the Iberio Business Center online program which serves the Finger Lakes in Rochester, New York. The business course is offered in both English and in Spanish. Take advantage of the different speakers and their expertise throughout this course. The online program includes a pitch competition which will assist you with funding for your business. For more information, are you ready to launch your business but you don't know where to begin? Join the Iberio Business Center online program which serves the Finger Lakes in Rochester, New York. The business course is offered in both English and in Spanish. Take advantage of the different speakers and their expertise throughout this course. The online program includes a pitch competition which will assist you with funding for your business. For more information, visit iberio.org or call 716-418-4782.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am John Smokes.
This is DJ Boost, the Beat Bully.
And every Friday here on Fire 716 Radio from 7 to 9 p.m., we will be hosting our show, The Back Room, where we play nothing but hit songs out of 716. We'll also have local music news, events, shows, and more. So make sure you tune in every Friday and check out the talent created in our booths and studios. The phone lines will also be open for requests, comments, and more. Thank you for choosing Fire 716. Peace.
One decision.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
today is Good Friday, so I'm hoping someone is going to make it to the 7 last words. Tonight, they have the 7 last words at Christ Redemption, and I plan on being there tonight, and I hope that everyone has a Good Friday. And so, yeah, it's Good Friday, and it's leading into Easter, and hopefully, we'll see children this Sunday, which we will.
Of course.
So, yeah. Yes, I'm going to make it to the 7 last words tonight.
And thank you. It's okay. So yeah. Yes, this was a needed conversation. And I thank you for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, because we need to grab our young ladies and men and teach them about Christ. Yeah. You have anything you want to say?
Yeah, because if we teach our kids about Christ, if we raise them straight from the crib, that's not to say they won't mess up in life. We got to raise them from the crib and let them know they're loved in each aspect. Like I said, me being a foster mother, I don't see them from every walks of life. And if we can actually come together and be real, not just to be seen,
exactly,
and just to say, oh, we did this, we did that,
exactly.
Okay, and we can come together and do for our people, and when we see these people walking in a light. And see that light shining on them, and they can just praise God and just know, don't say, oh, look what I did if it wasn't for me, because no, it wasn't. You didn't do nothing.
It's not that,
and that's our problem
about
today.
God.
We are I people. When I woke up, when I did this, you wouldn't be able to do nothing without God.
Yes,
because you didn't do nothing.
That.
You didn't do nothing.
You better say that.
But in closing, with me saying this, I pray to God that we as a community come together and just lift each other up. Give a young lady, a young man a ride. Give a young lady, a man, a couple of dollars. Give a young lady this and that. We don't have to know what if a young lady need a bus. Here it is. Oh, we don't want to hear, oh, she needed that $2 course. She needed that. Oh, I just gave such and such $2. Let's do things from our heart for a change.
Exactly.
Everything comes from your heart. If you're going to do something for a person to talk about, it's not from your heart.
Exactly.
Let's have a heart. Let's lift these people up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stop some of these people walking up and down the street looking like zombies.
And I want to mention about Rhonda Ellis Attitude Tea Party, and it's a woman's journey, been through the fire and came out cold, and that's on June 17th, 2023, 2 to 5 p.m. and it's at 4300 Pine Ave, Niagara Falls, New York, and the tickets are $15. So come out and join her, and she's coming all the way from out of town to have this. So please, let's support, and I'll keep advertising it for her.
We're going to have food.
Yes, everything, vendors.
Yes.
And so just come out and support, and I will let you know more about it next week. So until next week, I'll see you guys when I see you. Have a blessed day. Thanks.
I Am. The Queen I Am with Felicia Gaddis. Her T.Q.I.AM. The Queen I Am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. T.Q.I.AM inspires, uplifts, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.